Welcome to StarSector. I'm Major Freak. This time around I'm actually going to use my voice to narrate stuff. So I've got mods. I don't have any faction mods, especially not Nexarellan or Vayer's Sector. I'm about, 2 years in now? Yes, 2 years in. And I've got 2 colonies in one system. And one is, I got really lucky. It's a seed I got a couple or last campaign. The Zach system has really lovely. It's just awesome. It's got this crash terraform, and it's got vast ruins, which is going to be useful later on. And it's 75 hazard rating. Who wouldn't? So the vast ruins are going to be really helpful for creating the advanced structures you can get in late game. So that's key. I was really excited about that. And I have another crazy planet in this system with, ultra rich, both of them. Great. So I'll have lots of fun this playthrough. And hopefully the mods I ripped out from last time, where I had major save game problems, are going to be a solution of being able to make decent non-glitchy videos and be able to save the game without worrying about getting heap errors and Java, just GC overhead errors and stuff like that, like RAM memory errors, CPU stuff. So it's quite small compared to my last campaign. This is just the normal default size of the universe. I made it old. The seed does work. I removed a single mod and it changed the names of the nebulas, but the core, like Duzak, didn't change at all. The stats of the system, the planet. So that was great. If anybody wants to take advantage of the seed or like the way it's laid out. So obviously being at Zach is great. I'm in the middle of everything. Supplies and fuel here. Supplies here. Fuel here. Pretty much all your organic stuff here, and ore. It's great. Galatia is definitely meh. Corbus is definitely meh. Arcadia, haven't quite found a use for it. It's pretty much meh. So these 3 are meh, but these 3 definitely key. And it's a easy scoot through the hyperspace to get there, as is this way too. And it's got this big, deep, empty pocket right here. It's awesome. I tend to just use this as my home systems right here. When I fly over these and they get pop-up missions of procurements, I'm like, woohoo, because I keep all my loot. I don't sell the metals you get, because you can get some sweet metal, and if you store your stuff at one of your colonies, not only do you see it listed as stuff you have in inventory when you hover over something and say, I have such and such in storage. If you use, say, Corvus's Asharu's abandoned terraform, it won't list your in inventory. You won't have it listed in inventory, which is a shame. Now, I didn't see the option to create an outpost, and I think that might be either Nexarellan or Vayer's sector. Pretty sure it's Nexarellan. Let's go over here. check the spawning up. So I've got my ships. I really like the fast 9 burn. It gives me 20 without needing to use tugs, which is great. And the mule's an awesome ship. It's a great damage sponge. The condors are great. The slow, they're great rear echelon carriers for cheap. Established colony. So yeah, it's definitely, I don't have the option of making an outpost, which is, it tracks it'll charge you rent, but it'll track your inventory just like it would if you had it at an NPC station, populated. 84, not bad. It's got ultra rich, and so it'd be definitely worth planting on as well. I could probably get away with going back and getting more heavy machinery. And the nice thing is you hover over this, it'll tell you mostly what inventory has in 158. Yeah, I can definitely go back and get that. That's fun. Make a 3rd colony because I just got the skill for it. Yes. Yeah, recently. And it's pretty funny that it takes a while for this and this to line up, but sometimes it's way, when I first started the game, it was way on the other side. I was just, right, I'm just going to use transversal. And it, you know, I mean, it would take me, the time it would take, I'm just wasted traveling. I'm sure it wouldn't cost me 21 supplies to go to the other side of the system, but yeah, it's the time. Especially when you're doing courier missions and procurement missions. Right, oh, okay, you just go ahead and miss that for some reason. Alright. Storage. There we go. Head right back to here. Now I cheated and used the console command to add a there's code a couple of videos ago. Anyways, yeah, there's a code you can use. Whoops. There's a code you can use that'll give you an extra stable location in system. Absolute cheat. Very handy, especially if you want the amenities, if you're in a nice system. I'm sure in the future I won't succumb to such cheating methods, but for now it's just fun to get a feel for it. I mean, I'm sure later I'll want to get more random and real, but for now it's like, hey, wait a minute, why can't I have the stuff the other systems have? Doesn't feel fair, so I just cheat. Hazard rating of 170. Oh, okay, 175, not 8. Okay. Fair enough. Firm. Minor. There we go. And unfortunately, I don't have any extra AIs, which are great for lowering the needs of these when they first start. Click that, and the growth can be increased, of course, from negative to positive. There we go. Excellent. I'll try to get a mining base built as soon as possible. in 15 days. There we go. Okay. And manage the colony. Out. There we go. So the nice thing about having colonies is that you get a income, which is surprisingly welcome. I mean, I'm getting 75 per month, and it's been 2 years since I started this in-game this session, and I've already just blowing way past the stipend you get from the tutorial, which is going to run out just over a year. I used to depend on this a huge amount, and having a huge fleet meant I had to run around and do courier missions and procurement missions constantly. Well, I wasn't smart enough back then. I would just do courier missions, just sell whatever loot I had, which was really hard scrabble to keep my fleet and officers, especially when I had a lot. And as soon as they start to level up, yeah, it gets really pricey because I adjusted it in the settings to be a bit more expensive to compensate for the fact that I had increased the maximum officers I could get to 80, which makes this skill a bit silly because you can't scale it properly. Yeah. So eventually what I think I want to do is just use automatic orders for most of my ships, and because when you have officers it gets bonuses, right? So what I think I want to do is just simply have timid officers and use automatic orders for the rest of the ships, because the timid officers will be in Razorbacks. Now Razorbacks are the absolute best in their Ed shipyard, the hands down by far best bang for your buck for maintenance and fuel and recovery cost, deployment cost into the field for missiles and pylons especially. Now when you have ECCM and the missile skill, you have very fast missiles. So it's like improves the tracking and engine performance, and with the level 3 skill, well actually it's not true, is it? Yeah, because level 1 skill will give you plus 25% speed and maneuverability, so I'm assuming it's plus 50 at least for the missile speed. And if you've got the pylon mod, then it'll go faster but less maneuverable. It means you don't have to watch a fleeing enemy fleet get away so easily, and then you have to deal with the routing stuff, and it's just so annoying. So that's my goal, absolutely, to use to get rid of most of my officers and just slowly go around to each station and look for timid officers. Now of course I boosted the amount of officers that spawn in stations, and it helps that I have less faction mods, so I can get a ton of officers who are timid. I don't need all these aggressive and cautious and steady. I can simply use the order which is in here. It's just, retreat at maximum threshold, which is fun, and then timid. Anything I don't have an officer for, I just put in timid, and then I can slowly add to that roster as soon as I find timid officers who will give me well, eventually I'll tune them to be missile boat monsters, and it's pretty easy. All you have to do is, when you're going for this, you realize you don't want any wing commander stuff, and since you're timid, you won't want combat endurance, because missile boats pylons don't incur, like fighters don't incur threshold loss of CR. So carriers, they usually have to retreat because of lowered CR, but I can have for the entire, you can have an hour-long battle, and your frigates, these are frigates, will in the back, if they're not approached by any flankers, they can just launch missiles forever. So yeah, I think Alex needs to look at that, fix that. But anyways, yeah, I mean, you don't need common endurance. You don't need so many. You don't need this. You just need this. You need this for the weapon damage. You'll need that too. You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need. Well, I take that just because. And you definitely need this. And you don't need this, and you don't need this because you're in the back lines. You don't need it. And yeah, and you kind of need this for if you're trying to shoot at missiles, somebody fires some missiles at you from far away. And this is, man, you don't need it either. So it's basically, I just get timid, go for that. And how you level up is the skills you want, you pick the lower skill. You don't try to max out all your skills, because if you got 3 skills at level 3, you'll get 2 choices on the next level up, and they might be wing commander and straight commander, and you're like, oh crap, and then all of a sudden you're burdened with a skill set that's eventually gonna bloat your, and you might not get missile skill if you bloat it so much. So yeah, definitely do it that way, for your NPCs, of course. I've got level 70 for this main commander, which is pretty funny. Do be aware that if you do that route, get your 0 flux boost as soon as possible, and not later on, because if you get something like this, it won't actually kick in. I'm not sure when the default max level is. I think it's 50 or 40. But if you don't get this before that, I think it won't activate, because last campaign I was 0 flux and 1%, and I was just not. It wasn't working for me when I had my shields up, and 0 flux, right? Anyways, I tend to reject any IBB missions that are threatening to me at the moment, which is usually like 300,000. Ludic bases are very dangerous. They're pretty upgunned from the start, but the pirate bases that you take out, I took one out recently, they usually tend to start low end, like easy to blow up. So if you hit it right away, it's relatively easy to take out. So that's a good source of experience. Always click on the important for production reports when you've got tech mining, so you can actually, because otherwise within a week it just forgets and disappears from your list. You won't be able to have a record of what's going on. Also important thing is to keep notes of what kind of utilities are listed, because you can't go in the map and you can't, it's not colony information, right? Yay, right? That's great. But if you go into, say, Aslan, and you go planet information, you can't see the colony information, which is an absolute shame. So I've ended up taking screenshots of all the colony information stuff, because it's like, okay, what makes fuel, what makes supplies, all that stuff, and where's a good military base to go to, and what has orbital works, and blah 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 blah. So yeah. So right now I've beaten off the initial pirate invasion, and then I had a pirate base spawn on me a month later. So I've got a bit of breathing space, and I don't have to worry about PatherCells, because I increased the settings from 7 to 9 for it to detect something and then go active. I haven't got a sleeper cell yet, and it might be the fact that I was using a certain mod last time that was altering how that worked, because I'm getting active cells way earlier now. So it's really fun. Whenever I go to a station, I'll check the comm board and check if there's any missions concerned. Concerned person is a mission. I like the quartermaster stuff. Those are easy reputation boosts. Since I'm not using Nexarel and I can't use prisoners to boost my rep that way, or agents, misagents, I so want to get Nexarelian up and running. I think that'll be the main thing I do. I don't like Prison Freeport. It feels cheating. So if I do get Nexarelian, I'll disable that. I don't really want Veyer's sector either. I don't want... Yeah, I think Veyer's ships, the bounties, will start giving me overpowered ships, and I don't think I want the IBB board. I think I want to get rid of that. It's just the attractiveness of those overpowered is just ridiculous. Alright. So I hardly ever use these. I tend to go to Atsland, and I tend to go to Naraka for my fuel, and Atsland for my supplies. Much cheaper that I can get it from these guys. Well, marginally cheaper, but there you go. And here's my inventory list. I tend to remove them once they start to get to, see if it gets to 60. I'll strip any extra and then go sell it at a pirate base. Same thing with my, I use Quarus in Yama system to sell my survey data. I'm not sure if it's used for anything, but I don't think so. And this is all my stockpiles of stuff. I bought some really cheap, and food too, and ore. I just wait till I get and of course I keep all my loot from wreckages for those procurement missions, which are really lucrative, because loot doesn't cost you anything, right? So it's free money. And this is good for actually ground operations, so do keep these as well as Marines. I got some Marines for the lobster mission. I forget which mod does that. I think it's terraforming mod. And I keep around 50 in heavy machinery for looting and surveying purposes. Yeah, love Majorana cannons, really do. These are great, especially on heavy ships when you're just annihilating. If you can get them the armor, they can just punch through like those annoying pirate converted super tankers that have so much hull. This just eats through them like crazy. It's awesome. I have a couple of ships. I used to sell the ones that don't have more than 4,000 range, but now I think I'll just I'll remove it when I get to 60, and I'll remove the mediums once I get to 30, and I'll remove the large once I get to 15, and I think with the fighters I'll remove anything in excess of 15 and sell that to pirate bases. And of course I don't pay any rent on anything that I have in storage, even crew and Marines, no salaries. That's nice. I have Lysander. I fitted it last time. It was lots of fun. I prefer the Flamer, actually. If you saw my really long theory crafting, this is a excellent ship. I go in with the Atropos being number 1, so I can control that. And I'll usually keep it at number 1 so I can manually fire it when needed. The AI is pretty smart, but I've just got one of them, and I don't have extended missile packs, so I have to be careful about where I use it. But this is an awesome ship for chasing down either flankers, frigates, or dealing with the routing ships. This is really fun. The Chihuahua with medium combat laser. I want the phase lance. I hardly ever use the phase lance, but it is by far the best weapon for this weird ship. It is a very strange ship. It kind of like a mirror image, so it's very cool. And of course I've put speed in, so that'll do the speed, and it's so fast. Look, it is 275, and then it'll boost, so it's going 300, so it'll chase down anything. So it's excellent. I'll be using it for protecting my rear echelon, but this will too as well. This is just, I actually haven't used it in combat, so we'll see. This is an excellent ship for just damage soaking. If you want to hold that flank down and keep things from outflanking you, this will take up so much of their time. This will absorb so much damage. I don't have an NPC, an officer in it, sorry. So it's basically, this is an NPC flown ship, AI. It's got aggressive and reinforced to protect it. If it gets destroyed, when it gets destroyed, it's well known. And yeah, it's got a 60% performance rate. It doesn't die too often. This is a mesh ship. I used to like it, but now with better theory crafting, I think I had tactical lasers on it the last time. But Wisp Launcher, bar none, best. I just love Wisp Launchers. I don't need reinforced bulkheads, nor Reckless. This won't override officer personality though. Reinforced bulkheads, it's really squishy. I think I like it, but it dies a lot. It's 52. Yeah, so having reinforced bulkheads really protects it. I want to remove and put something else on. Accelerated shields, 240. But yeah, it just gets destroyed so much. And even with my officer skill, which is a good one, you need it. Level 1, nearly guaranteed. Sometimes it won't be. So, alright, so the Mule's an excellent damage sponge. They can take so much damage, and this HVC is just HVD or HV. I forget the acronym the forum uses, but this ship is just hands down the best ballistic missile. Ballistic gun you've got in your arsenal for medium size. It's just awesome.
Okay, do you think I should?
yeah, and this Condor, really cheap, ECM plus the missile. Don't have anything else. It really can't. But this has got 8,000 range and 750 escort and bomber. These bombers are just awesome. Recommend highly. Papillon, hands down, best bomber. Wisp launcher, yeah. And then the dust missiles will seek out the engines, so bypassing shields most of the time. It's great. Takes out everything. Got 3 of them. This one used to be my flagship. This combo is just brutal. Yeah, love it. But yeah, I'll be using this to take out flankers. So annoying. Yeah, because if I use this to guard my missile boats, I can lower the micromanagement I use in game to a point where I can actually have fun and chase down flankers, which is fun to do, and let my main ships of the line hold the line, like this one, like this guy, and these, yeah, and the mule, my ships of the line to hold the enemy at bay while my missile boats just spam them with pylons. Yeah, I love this ship. I used to think close range was suicide for this ship, but it really isn't. The damage that this thing can dish out will eliminate most of the problems before there's, becomes an issue for the ship's health. These are really fast and great for taking out fleeing ships post-battle. This as well, but these can do a decent amount of damage to flankers and hold flankers at bay. They're good for mid-battle entry. This would be late battle entry. They tend to get eaten alive by things way too easily. These two, quite squishy. And of course my pylum ships, yeah, brutal. ECM package, and yeah, the skills for it. Yeah, missile spec, timid. Yeah, last time it was cautious, but now I'm like, no, let's go timid, because eventually I'd like to not micromanage on the tactical overlay, and just go in a battle and just trust that my ships are gonna do the smart thing. Yeah, I cheated, added hull mods, logistics hull mods of 6, so it's like efficiency, insulated, yeah, I got 5 so far. Yeah, it's, once I get tugs and I remove this, I can add even more, so it's like ridiculous. And you look at all this stuff, just overpowered, and it's cruiser level too, so you get 20, right? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, cray. Alright, and they're fast. They're burn level 9. It's just insane. Why would you want anything else? And drams are quick. I should get the Phaeton, but I think it's burn 8 maybe? I forget. Anyways, so these are good. They're so squishy. They're so squishy. Use them only in last resort. Yeah, I think that is. This is a fun ship I got at the beginning of the game. Starter ship. It's nice. It can kill things. It's speed 8, unfortunately. And this is, yes, the Phaeton is speed 8, unfortunately, and this is as well. It's apparently a really good ship, according to the random blurbs you get when you load the game, but I haven't found a use for it. I think it's crap, so I pay no rent for these, so I'm happy. And I found this in the battlefield. Of course, it's, burn 7, so I'm not going to use it, because I want speed. 20 burn is fun without tugs. Yes, please. And that, I believe, is that. Nice little, the goal for me is to start exploring to actually start exploring the universe, and seeing what I can do. Hooray, and here we go. So the first thing I do is go in here and quickly go to production and click on here to keep it recorded, keep it memorized, otherwise it'll just delete it. There gets to be a point, even with the VAS, that you want to switch to some other, paying income industry. So eventually, it's still pretty good. It's not bad, but I'll eventually want to actually get income for that industry instead of just passive. So that's what I first do, and then I go into, I'll check these, see how I'm doing for total growth, and if I need to increase that. There we go. Increase the growth and increase this growth as well. I'd like to put in AI, but I don't. That's where exploration comes in, surveying planets too, and finding research stations. So yeah, definitely go exploring as soon as possible. So because I've only got 2 AI, and I know now to bribe the AI inspection. That might be NextRelon. NextRelon's so fun. Anyway, so what's that? And sector, yeah. So go exploring outside my comfort zone. So yeah, I'll probably, what I usually do is head off this way, and since I can't make outposts, I have to be very, very careful about not overstretching myself. I usually find I can do 2 constellations with my freighters in tow before I need to turn back and offload. So I'll go 2, and then I'll go 2, and then 2, stuff like that. Very careful. But that's lots of fun, and that'll keep me occupied once I get enough income that I don't have to do courier missions constantly and procurement constantly, just in order to stay afloat. So yeah, that's my goal. And plus I'd really like to do NextRelon, so this will be pretty much a playtest of the basic stuff, and then I'll do NextRelon first, and then I'll slowly add faction mods. I'd like to do Veyer's sector because it's so fun, so I'll probably do that next, but I want to do it slow. I want to take it nice and slow, especially for others watching. They get a feel about what a mod adds when I add it. So do it one at a time, very slowly, so that'll be fun. And I find doing this actually wastes time when you've got courier missions going, and you can actually waste a month just salvaging a system, and you don't get that much actually, but just did you really have to spend that time? Because it's not much ISK. Oh, sorry, ISK. EVE Online talk. Check that out. Who are you? Oops. Who are you? He's heading that way and back and forth. Don't like that motion. You are definitely a pirate. So let's test out the new ships. This will be fun, and you actually want to fight, so. I don't see anything dangerous. Oh, the Atropos. Ooh, that can be scary. Alright. Not too worried, but yeah, and a bunch of broadswords. Those are pretty scary. In mass, they can take out ships if they don't have any sufficient PD. Alright, so we're gonna get my ships to the line. 1, Yeah. And I'll deploy those first. That's what I do. That'll give me an automatic echelon. Then I immediately go into 2 and launch my second echelon, which I will deploy in a corner. I'll tag it as team 2, and then there you go. And I'll get my escorts in once I get these guys set up. And since they're timid, I'm just going to let them go. In fact, let's see how we do. I'm going to focus on this, and then eventually, when I think I need to, I'll bring in, once these get close enough, I'll bring in my my escort ships, the flankers, which will be my player character. So how'd that happen? What happened to you, buddy? So this is the great ship, sniper, and these are the close-ins that'll just, ooh, hello. And this guy will take so much damage, and of course here comes the missiles. See, they're faster, but they're not as maneuverable. It doesn't really change anything. You can spam things. It's more deadly if you have the non-modded version. It's actually more deadly. This makes it a bit more challenging, but at least it takes care of ships fleeing, which was annoying that I couldn't kill them. Alright, so that's the main ship down, and there's the other main ship, and let's see how we're doing here. So these guys are timid, and they've got a flank already. See, there's somebody in their midst already. So what I'm going to do is going to send in my flankers. And actually should number it as 3. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send in my ship. Actually, we'll send in this guy and see how he does. He should go after this guy, unless he's killed. Missile spam took him out, and fighters too. So here we go. I'll watch this guy because we know what's happening here. Let's watch this guy, see how he does. So here's his mimics right here. Oh, that's dead. And yeah, I guess we're not going to see what happens because this battle was a wash. I mean, not a wash, but a wash for testing out my flanker killer. It's pretty fast though. It should, here it comes. Yeah, it's going at speed 350. It's pretty fast. And too late. Yeah, everything's dead. Hilarious. Oh. Here he comes. Oh, he's probably gonna die before, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a wash. So yeah, I didn't have to do anything. You know, I literally didn't have to do anything, which is awesome. That's what I want. Be able to just watch my guys and enjoy the fight. Treat it from last, pursue them, take command, and really don't like lowering the, but I want to see what happens. I want to see this guy in action. I mean, he's so fast. Yeah, the phase lance, I never use the phase lance. It just ridiculous. I never, just, it was too much flux. Didn't like it. But in the hands of this ship, it's deadly. 100% deadly. Oops. Ow. Yeah, that Sabot's probably not... Yeah, let's see. Zip, zip. Hopefully I can catch it on one of its unprotected flanks. But yeah, the combat laser is pretty good. I mean, look, I'm not getting any flux increase except for when I generate the ghosts. Uh-oh. Phew, that was lucky. Damn sabots. Uh-oh. Alright, it takes forever. Yeah, but that phase lance just... See, I like the... What I first liked is the ion beam. Because an ion beam on this sucker will just shut down any ship. Combat laser... Well, it's a good... The combat laser's gonna kill it now. But yeah, I mean... ion beam just shut down ships easy. It just malfunctioned everything and shut off its engines, and it was great. As long as it was supported, then the missiles and the fighters could take it out super easy. But the phase lance was impressive as hell when I used it. But I haven't bought one yet, but I will. And hopefully I can get advanced optics. But that's a hard hull mod to find, actually. I think I need commission for that one. Or a lucky research station find. Come on. There we go. That took forever. Yeah, not so useful. I probably wouldn't have used it, but thankfully a YouTuber showcased his favorite weapon as the phase lance, and I'm like, oh, and I gave it a whirl. I liked it. Alright, so nothing I want. I go for Razorbacks, and pretty much... And it's a good thing to look at this, because it'll show you roughly how much you'll lose in supplies for recovery. Otherwise, you don't get to see a list of that. Now, I'm not sure how it ties up with the initial deployment. A list of supplies is going to be lost, so we'll see. Alright. Yes, here's how I level up. I'll go in here and I'll find the level up, and I always click on my main guide to start from the top, and then I'll check, do I want this? Yes, target analysis and counter measures I always go for. That and helmsman and evasive, because, you know, who doesn't? So I'll pick that, but if I had, say, two choices, and this was like for either choice, say choice 2 and choice 3, I choose the lower one, just to keep my options open, so I'm not pigeonholed into something I don't want. There we go. Okay, and that's that. And I'll do this twice, usually. Oops. A few seconds. Yep. And the second time, I'll lose a 1 or 2 crew, and maybe 1 or 2, you know, as long as it needs 10 and 30, so yeah, as long as I have you know, I keep 40 to 50. There you go, 4 heavy machinery. Is it worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. But, you know, eh. Yeah, 2 is the maximum, unless you get a huge battlefield, and then you do 3 or 4, especially for a research station. And there's only 1 jump point, which is awesome. And yeah, since I've got no threats, let's go exploring. What's that? What do we got over here? Okay. Smuggler, probably. I don't see anything. It's new. Okay, what's important? Where's my IBBs? Oh, 36. Oops. Yeah, it's gonna take me 15. I could only do one of them. Days to get you at base burn. Oh god. I forgot about that. Alright, fuel range. Okay, I can easily get to you and back. Alright, okay, no worries. I really need to take him out. Let's do that now. Oh wow. Oh, that's a sexy ship. Ouch. Oh, this is going to be dangerous for me to take on. God, how am I going to get that 30 days? My best bet is to whip around and get something lucky for procurement. Gods. Alright, bounties. It's just too far out. I could probably take on a pirate base. Probably do the ticket. Yeah. Pirate bases are usually safer to do than anything else, and they're usually weak. 26 days, 20 days, so that's 10 days to get there and back. It's May 7th. And I've got a month to do this, right? Yeah, I've got a month, so I'll get one payday. I'll have one payday. How's my crew? 960. Oops. Yeah, I definitely need more crew on board, because I'm going to take losses for sure. What I think I might want to do... Yeah, but if I get rid of officers, I need to put in reinforced hulls as a hull mod. That's what I forgot. Because you don't want to lose your ships. And if you lose your ship without an officer, and you get it back, you don't get its weapons, mostly. If you have an officer, you keep all the weapons aboard. That's awesome. So yeah, I think I won't get rid of my officers, because it's so annoying trying to... You know, if you lose a ship accidentally, and it's not... Yeah, it comes back and you lose all its weapons. No thanks. Alright, so... quickly go back to here. Yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll just reload the game and not futz around, and go actually out and complete that loan repayment, because you don't want to skip that one. problem with doing bounties is that they're so far out that it'll cost you fuel there and back. So that's 1,000 fuel and supplies, right? How much supplies will be needed to going out there? 7 days worth. So 2 weeks worth. So 2 weeks is 14, 50, 60, like 60 supplies, not including the damage you'll get. Hopefully you get loot to get it back and recoup that. But you might suffer a lot of losses, especially for I have bounty. So is it worth 50,000 to go all that way out there? Whereas you could get a procurement mission, a courier mission, or anything like it closer in, and not suffer the expense of time lost on making ISK, because you might make 50, but you have to go all that way and back, and there's nothing in between. Yeah, so that's the problem with bounties. It's really difficult right now to figure out how to quickly recoup what I need to pay her, because it's quite a bit. So I'll get an income next month of approximately I like these two. Definitely want to keep them for sure. Absolutely. And it hardly costs me anything to keep them. But it's not worth adding to them yet, because it'll cost me 20,000 just to pay them a salary each month for running one of my, so I'd just lose money. So 63. And I've got tech mining, and I've got exports, and yeah, this is super sweet. 10% of the global market and 8%. Hello. Okay, so and it only increases the size, gets bigger. I might want to get rid of a few officers, but if they're low level, they hardly cost you anything. So, all right. And crew payout, I'm gonna have to add more crew, but yeah, I'll be threadbare for a bit. Don't want to fight any battles at the moment, especially when I'm gonna go check out each system quickly as I fly over it for procurements, and then quickly go to Yma and pick up some to Quaras to pick up some crew, so I can actually fight something. All right. Okay, add that. There we go. Nothing new. And yeah, if we bump into something we can't handle, yeah. So I'm going to take 32 just to top it off to 1,000, and that'll give me it's not much. I better not suffer too many losses. All right. So deke around the asteroid belt, don't want to get bumped. Hate that. And I'll save my game really soon. I like the logistics notifications mod. I mean the autosave mod, sorry. And the logistics mod too, of course. This is great. So I'll just overfly Corvus. And I don't think I have enough lobster. And I definitely don't have 1,000 of that. doesn't list all the stuff you have. And if you've got a way station, it clutters it up with fuel and supplies in its stockpile. So 139 ore, so no, I don't have that. Okay. Head down here, fly by these guys, and then I'll scoot around back the way I came. Nope. Sadly, and I knew. Nope. 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 Sadly. That was a bust. Head up towards Naraka. 71 fuel per day. Yeah, I mean, the real point is to look how much fuel I just spent doing this, and how much it cost me to get it back, yada yada. And there's no procurement missions, unfortunately. I don't want to spend any money because I need that. But if it's cheap, I'll get it. Because can't run out of fuel, right? So system map, Chica, and it is it's not a binary trinary system, so it'll be easy to figure out your orientation. This one right here. So we go to that one and press 9. And of course, check I have my transponder on, and then I click on that. There we go. What I do is quickly check here. What can I do? I won't get him. I just can't. Quartermaster. Ooh, hello. Yes, please. Thank you. Concerned woman. Fuel. Westerness. 83. We definitely need the Iskies. Oops. But I don't have the... Oh, no. I left my drams at home. Oops. Did I? No, I didn't. Hmm. $83 is an attractive amount. I think I need to take that. So what you do is go into storage. You pay it. Because I don't think... I'd have to buy something. I'd lose disk, so it wouldn't be worth it. So, but this is the cheapest thing to do. And then you just... There you go. Alright. And you check the open market. How much is it going to cost? I usually go this first, and you know, I think if it reaches 100%, it's just going to stay there, because I think Nex or Ellen takes advantage of that and then like improve stuff, but I think this is all static, but we'll see. Alright, then I quickly hover over in each one, especially since I'm taking a video. I can look back and go, oh yeah, how much did everything cost? And of course, black market for this. There we go. Nothing exciting, and I don't want to spend any money. But 20, ouch. 20? That's not cheap. Alright, screw that. So I think I can get away without fighting anything. So I'm gonna go quickly to Almar, just boot my ass over there as soon as possible. I'll check out Yama on the way, see if there's anything. Usually a good idea to not use that when you're that close to an asteroid belt. You don't want to bump. Size increased, awesome. Serving officer, I can't afford them, but still always good to look. Nothing. Ooh, cute. It's neat for storytelling, really, and RP. But other than that, sometimes I'll find a wreck that they got blown up. Their defense fleet got blown up, and I can loot the wreck and recover that because, you know, I know their mods, so that'd be fun. Or the the Legends mod stuff. 25. Check that. The prices will vary, and sometimes you'll get a green, oh, you can buy a whole bunch of stuff, alert. And it's good to know the volume of black market stuff. These are, yeah, awesome. 72 each, but wait till they got something silly like a structure D mod, because you know you never take them in a battle. And I can't really afford anything, but it's always good to look. And off we go. Pressing A to get us back en route. Oh, better adjust my radar. There we go. Yeah, I've got it to set increments of 12. And radar settings in the mod, common radar. 22 days left to repay. Wah. Lost my ass over there. And this is going to be so close. So I get 63. And I got a minimum crew as possible. So if I get 63 and 83, it's 146. Oh, ouch. So I'm gonna have to be very lucky when I get there. Hopefully I get a procurement mission en route, but this is gonna be so close. I might actually have to sell a bunch of ships to... I could ask her for more time. That's usually what happens. And she'll want more, which is gonna hurt. But it was useful in the beginning. Alright, so let's bust my ass that way. And we'll take advantage of this storm. Get me some speed. Alright, we're going to take advantage of you. I don't have a lot of solar protection mods, so it's probably gonna hurt me. And that way, Tertakian. I don't see anything decent on procurement. Not yet, at least. And where are we at? Westerness, we've got Mazer to get by. Pirate activity 500. No, not getting lucky in procurements, unfortunately. $2,000, damn it. Yeah, see, I just don't have what they want, unfortunately. Nobody's asking for organics, sadly. Alright, here we go. Pyro activity 2 and E. 13 days. Okay. I'll just have to ask for more time, unless I get really, really lucky with a courier mission at Elmar. Elmar is south and just a single sun, so that'll be easy, and I'm right there. And 9. hit sustain drive. Hooray. Alright. On directory. Ooh, what can you do? I ignore steady most of the time. And in fact, like I said, I'm considering going full timid officers only. But I upped the spawn rate, and it helps that I have less faction mods. So now I get a lot of options when I'm looking at the comm directory. Alright, so I did not get a courier mission boo. Too bloody bad. And I'm assuming this market is totally meh. Nothing worth looking at all. Be nice to find a phase lance, that'd be great. Alright, so yeah, definitely meh, and I cannot afford this stuff if I want to repay that loan. And I'm not even close. Oh, all I needed was one organics procurement mission. I could have been saved. Oh well. Yeah, damn it. So I could check you. Let's see how many days it would take to get over to you. So it'd take me 2 days, and I've got my monthly income. Oh, it's a bit more. Not enough. I just need 30. I could sell some ships. Now, the best way to do is sell your freighters. They're easy. They're not piloted by officers, and yeah, they're pretty lucrative, and they cost a bit to get back, but yeah. Okay. So 11 days. Takes 4 to get there. Oh, it's gonna be close. I'm not gonna screw around. There's no way I'll get a courier mission to that planet. It's too close. They tend not to ask for to be that close, so yeah, there's no way. I'll check my production. That's my production. I'll set that as important. Okay. And I'll check my income. Actually, here. Go these first. Now we could probably, yes, that's what I'll do. I'll refund this, thank God. Okay, so I have enough actually. So I'll be able to refund that, and I'll show you what happens. So, incentive 14. Is he colonize 4? Not really a lot of. Yeah, see, I could go 330 and lower it slightly to 2.5. Yeah, you get that 16, and then load it a bit more. There we go, and there we go. Cool. Right on. And ooh, let's go repay her. She was. Where is she at? There she is. Let's go repay her. And do we need to... Nope, we'll Alright, cool. I don't want to get into a scrap right now. I want to go pay her. Oh, oh god, I'm gonna run out of fuel. Crap. I could get there though. I could definitely freaking get there. Yeah, I'm running out, but oh, how much I have. So I will start to, I'm not gonna make it. I have to get fuel. Crap, I forgot. Derp. Should have bought fuel. 7 days left. Oh, lol. I'll make it though. God. I'm totally gonna make it. Woohoo. Hallelujah. Ooh, fun. $45 though. Buys us. How far away is buys us? Yeah, and it might have a courier to somewhere else, and yeah. And I need fuel. I don't think I'll go to the Pirates Basin, buy some fuel cheap, hopefully. $15 credits. Yep. Yeah. Next time you'll see me, I'll be on the hunt desperately for fuel. Because it ain't going to be in this system, that's for sure. Zagain. I could get to Zagain 22, but still nothing's cheap. There's no cheap fuel lately. Whoops. Man. Try you. Don't like going through these systems bounce all the time. Ooh, 12 fuel. Yeah, same price, but I won't get in trouble. So, yeah, I won't find better. Okie dokie. So let's get a refund on not this one, because I need him to grow. This one. Ooh, 31. How much fuel can I get? Great. Perfect. Save my bacon. Okay. That's all she wrote. check. And whoops, forgot to look here. Alright. Unfortunately, I need to get the hell away, so I'll sneak into an asteroid belt. And then I'll turn on my transponder. That way, they're too distracted anyways, so I don't have to worry. I'll head back to Port Tazaki, check out. Oh. I'll check Maraith before I save the game and leave. Yeah, Tri-Tacking are interesting. They'll sell everything. It's kind of cool in the open market. And their tariff is pretty large. Its tariffs are, if I get my faction standing up enough, I won't get so hard hit for tariffs. I think. I don't see any phase lances. Oh, I do. Oh, yes, please. Take one of those and. I wonder if alone, like I know missions, if you do a mission to somewhere, it'll give you like an expense, so you'll be able to use more black market stuff before getting tagged as suspicion level. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Alright, thank God for that. Okay, so we'll go into you and get phase lance. Hopefully I took a picture of that. I think I took a screenshot in-game. Oops. Screenshot in-game. I think it was reconnaissance. So me combat and delete that. Phase line. Oh great, so it's just straight switch. Perfect. That's yeah, this is a brutal. It's pretty awesome. Watch this, I'll do a quick one. This is the one I was testing on in this previous video for, oops. Off you go. Of course I had advanced optics when I was last using the phase lance. But yeah. Oh right, and I need to, I need 16 in order to actually activate the weapon. Uh, 1600 and you tab. Let's see this thing go to work. Now it tends to skip out of range, so a lot of stuff won't be applicable for a gun. But come on, fire. There we go. Yeah, and it's a quick shot, and it scoops out of range, so anything longer wouldn't actually work very well. Yeah, if it gets fired at in its general direction, it'll scoop to another mimic, like that. And that sucker's turning fast enough that it's going to be a problem, and then of course it